10-5, touchdown, Brian Mitchell. And I talked very briefly to one of the Blacksburg coaches before the game tonight. The player on offense that seemed to worry them the most was the quarterback, C.J. Rose, 6 foot, 190 pounds. He just looks like a football player. And number 6, D'Angelo Brown, only 5 foot, 140, but he is a scat back. He's got great speed. Those are the two players that Blacksburg has to worry about the most. And Lawrence Brown, number 3, is back to receive the kickoff. All he did last week was take it back 88 yards for the first score of the game. Back with him is D'Angelo Brown. James Poland is getting ready to kick it off from our left to our right, and he does so. It's a high pooch kick, and Brown's going to let it bounce past him. He's going to pick it up at about the 18-yard line, and he's going to be, well, it looked like he was going to be stopped at about the 12. He'll manage to get up to about the 15, and that will be it. Good special teams coverage for Blacksburg. It was Trevon Crumpton, a 5'5", 125-pound junior with the tackle. And we will see the Amherst spread offense for the first time.
Good field position for the Bruins here to start the game out. When you can pack the Lancers back down around the 15-yard line, you're doing good.
It will be a single back behind the quarterback Rose. Single receiver to either side of the field. Now coming in motion to the near side is D'Angelo Brown. The handoff is to the up back, and Donald Hitman Norris and a crew of Bruins will stuff him for about a 2-yard loss.
41 with the initial hit.
Great job there. Looked like Darius Norris in on the tackle, as well as Malcolm Collins, Parker Epperly.
It was Antoine Coyle, the 5'4", 155-pound senior with the carry. And officials are going to mark it with forward progress for a loss of just 1. Looked like it could have been a loss of 2, but the Bruins will take it. It's negative yardage. 2nd and 11 from the 14, check that, from the, yes it is, the 14-yard line. Same look, single receiver to either side. Going in motion is Brown to the far side. Again, a handoff to Coyle. This time he's got a little bit of a room. And he's upfield across the 20 to about the 22-yard line, a gain of 11.
It's a good pickup right there.
He ran it over the left side of the offensive line for Amherst. And they've got some size up front, left to right, 265, 295, 225, 265. That's pretty good size.
It is, and they, I watched the film. They have like a little, it's almost like a little trap. They got that guard that pulls. And I think that's what happened on that particular play.
It's a pistol formation this time, strong to the right. And it is Rose carrying the ball, and he's going to be brought down. A nice tackle made by Jamari Hairston in the backfield.
Great job there. Jamari in on it, Epperly cleaning it up. That was a big hit there by Jamari.
That will make it 4th and 2. The punt unit will come on for the Amherst County Lancers. The punter is the place kicker, Aiden Rhodes, 5'11", 150-pound junior. And one thing to watch for, last week against GW Danville, the snaps back to the punter were very errant. Let's see if Amherst has solved that in the week since their defeat down in Danville. That is a good snap, and it looked for a moment like the kicker was perhaps going to try to run for it, but he kicks it off the side of his foot. Blacksburg will have it at the Amherst 39-yard line. I couldn't tell there, Brad. I know their kicker is a rugby-style punter, but it looked for a minute there like he was going to take it and run with it. And it may be that that's the way they design their punter. If he sees a lane, he's got the green light to go. In that case, he took a couple steps, kicked it off the side of his foot. Good field position for Blacksburg.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell. It was almost close to being blocked, and I think it just sort of changed his sequence up.
So Blacksburg will hopefully get the first play in without having to call a timeout. They do. Twin receivers to either side of the field. The ball on the far side hash mark. Mitchell is in the backfield with Goforth. Goforth throws it in the flat. Pass complete. Malcolm Collins up near a first down. Depends on the spot. They may mark him out right about the 30, which would make it 2nd and a very short one.
Good pitch and catch right there between Goforth and Collins.
They'll actually mark it at the 31, so it's a gain of 8 for Blacksburg on their first offensive play. The players look down at their wristbands. Same formation, twin receivers on either side. Mitchell to the right of the quarterback, Goforth. Goforth fires it. To Muhammad, over the 30, over the 25, over the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kareem Muhammad. 6-0 Blacksburg, 9:33 in the first quarter.
Great job there by Muhammad. It was sort of a little screen pass over to the side, and he did the rest with his feet.
He's got some wheels, Brad, and he showed them off on that play there.
He does. He does.
So James Poland will come on to attempt the PAT. And you got to think, Brad, after the blocked field goals last week, there may be a little bit of concern on Blacksburg coaches about just getting a kick up high enough to avoid being deflected. It will be out of the hold of Luke Goforth. Poland takes his drop. Here's the kick, and miscommunication. Luke Goforth's going to throw it in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And I'm not sure if that was a design play or not, but it certainly worked as Blaze Butler got it in the end zone, so Blacksburg leads it 8-0.
Good heads-up play right there. I do not believe that was designed. I think that it was just a miscue.
And it did look like to me, Brad, maybe James Poland had the snap count wrong. He started maybe a little bit early. That threw the play out of sequence. But if that was a fake job, then James Poland sold it very, very nicely.
Yeah.
Very nicely. So we'll take a brief timeout. Blacksburg leads at 8-0, 9:33. Remaining in the first quarter, you're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg.
So have you applied for any jobs yet?
Nah, I'm just gonna sit all day.
So am I.
Next stop, Torgerson Hall.
Don't just sit. Sit profitably. Drive for BT.
Make $13.35 per hour.
Blacksburg gets on the board first here at Bill Brown Stadium. You go for it, finds Kareem Muhammad for a 31-yard touchdown to put Blacksburg on top 6-0. In the ensuing point after attempt on a bobbled snap, Luke Goforth finds Blaze Butler in the back of the end zone to complete the 2-point conversion and put Blacksburg up 8-0. With 9:33 left in the first quarter, Blacksburg leads it 8-0. Mark?
Thank you very much, Drew. And on the kickoff, Blacksburg was offside, so James Poland will move the tee back to the 35-yard line of Blacksburg. Blacksburg will kick it from the near side hash. The kicking team has the option of where to put it between the hashes, and Blacksburg is clearly trying to keep it away tonight from number 3 Lawrence Brown, who ran one back last week against GW Danville. They are kicking it high in the air and short. Poland does just that again. This one is going to be hauled in at about the 24-yard line by number 6. That is D'Angelo Brown, and Blacksburg with good coverage.
Great
The
job
return
there.
to the 35.
Great job there. Charlie Craig, number 19, coming from the outside and making a great open field tackle.
The officials will spot it at the 36-yard line on the far side hash. 8-0 Blacksburg leading. They score on their first offensive possession, which is something that the offensive coaches really wanted to do this week. They wanted to get that Botetourt taste out of everyone's mouths. Mission accomplished. A pistol look this time. Twin receivers to the right side. Rose hands it off, and stumbling with it is Coyle. He will spin, twist, and make his way up to about the 38-yard line for a gain of 2.
Great job there. Number 77, Will Thomas, in on the tackle.
Something about Will, Brad, is he's not all that great in terms of size, but he has tremendously good feet. The coaches really like his feet, and that's why he can play tackle on offense, is because of those great feet. Twin receivers to the far side of the field. Pistol looks strong to the left side. Rose hands it off to Coyle. Coyle is brought down in the backfield and thrown back for a loss of about a yard. They're actually giving forward progress up near the line of scrimmage, but Blacksburg's defense is teeing off early here, Brad.
Yeah, they definitely are, and not a lot of room to let them run.
That'll bring up 3rd, and the scoreboard says 3rd and 7. Looks like, Brad, somehow, some way they gave Coyle a yard on that play. Twin receivers again to the right. Pistol look again. Strong left. Rose claps his hand. Back comes the snap. Rose this time wants to throw it. Throwing it long. And Blacksburg's out there, bobbling it, and Luke Goforth will intercept it at the 33-yard line.
Great job by Luke right there. The ball got batted up, and somehow Luke was able to keep his concentration and focus and pull it in.
That ball hung in the air a long time. Luke Goforth, you could watch it from our location up in the press box. He was drawing a bead on it, but then the receiver caught up to the ball. It got hit up in the air, and Luke Goforth basically out-jumped the taller receiver to bring it down for the Bruins. Golston will be the receiver to the far side of the field. To the near side are Muhammad and Staniland. It will be Mitchell to the right of Goforth. Goforth claps his hands, drops back to throw. Now he's going to go to his left, try to make something out of nothing, scrambling, and he's actually going to pick up about 4 yards. No one open downfield, and Luke improvised and gets positive yardage. See where they mark it. It's actually going to be a pickup. It looks like Brad, he got a good spot.
Yeah, very good spot there.
5 yards on that particular play, 2nd and 5. 8 minutes even in the first quarter. Blacksburg leading 8-0. They scored on their opening possession. Amherst County has not picked up a first down on their first 2 offensive possessions. Triplets to the near side. Single receiver Golston to the far side. Mitchell again to the right. Mitchell gets the handoff, sweeps to the left, and he's going to be run out of bounds after a short gain of, looks like maybe 2. That's going to bring up 3rd and short for Blacksburg.
Yeah, it looks like probably about 3rd and 3. There's not a lot of room right there. It's good containment by the Lancers.
Same formation. It will be Collins, Muhammad, and Staniland to the near side, Golston to the far side. In terms of receivers, Mitchell will actually drop into a slot receiver position as well. So Blacksburg has 4 on the right, 1 on the left, an empty backfield for Goforth. Goforth will roll to his right, throws, has a receiver open, and Malcolm Collins had it, dropped it, but there to pick it up is Kareem Muhammad, and it was questionable, Brad, whether that was actually a catch. The officials said that Collins had it long enough, and then it got ripped out. And fortunately, there was a Bruin there to recover it for a Nest Realty first down.
Wow, that was surprising to me. I didn't think that was necessarily a catch, but maybe he made a move, and they thought that it was a football move. Either way, it worked out to our benefit.
Nest Realty first down for Blacksburg. This time, Blacksburg puts 3 receivers tight to the offensive line on the right. Now one of them moves to the left, so 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Mitchell goes in motion. Mitchell has the handoff, sweeping to his left. Now cuts it upfield. Here goes Mitchell. He's got a first down and more. He'll be down to the 40-yard line of Amherst County. A pickup of 13. Another Nest Realty first down for Blacksburg.
Great hard physical run there by Mitchell, moving the chains.
The Bruins offense appears to be shaking off any ill effects from last week's 23-7 defeat to Lord Botetourt. We don't want to make it any worse than it was, Brad. I almost said 32.
No, we don't want to make it any worse.
Twin receivers to either side. Goforth throws it. Collins completes it. Drops the ball. This time the officials are going to say it was incomplete. So that's 2 consecutive plays, Brad, where Malcolm Collins has had the ball in the breadbasket and hasn't been able to bring it in.
Yeah, got to be able to make those plays when it comes to you.
2nd and 10 for Blacksburg. The ball fairly close to the middle of the field, shading slightly towards the near side hash. The nose of the ball resting right on the 40-yard line of Amherst County. 8-0 Blacksburg, 6:53 remaining in the first quarter. Triplets left, single receiver right, Golston. And a nice nifty fake of a throw by Luke Goforth. That was almost a Statue of Liberty-esque kind of play there, Brad. He hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell picks up about 6.
Yeah, there was definitely a big hole right there for Mitchell to run through. It's a great job there by the offensive lineman pushing the way.
That must be a new wrinkle that Blacksburg put in. I did not see that one in practice this week. That was a well-designed play. Blacksburg will go pistol look this time. Strong to the right side. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver left. Goforth hands it straight ahead. Goes Mitchell, banging, still working his legs, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and about, I think on the spot, 3rd and 3 it looks like.
Looks like the ball hit the turf, but I think they were saying his forward motion was done prior to that.
And it looks like Amherst County is trying to strip the ball any time that they can from Blacksburg. Stanaland to the left, Golston and Muhammad to the right side.
Fourth down.
It is 4th down and 3. Blacksburg will go for it from the 33. Pistol look again, rolling to the right, going straight ahead is Goforth over the 30, over the 25, down to the 24. Another Nest Realty first down for the Bruins, who are on the move again.
Good run there by Luke, just sort of finding the lane and picking up some yardage.
This time the Bruins will put 3 receivers to the left side. Stanaland is the lone receiver to the near side. Actually 4, because Mitchell will drop down. So 4 left, 1 right. Back it comes. Goforth rolling to his left. Still rolling, looking, throwing. Has a receiver open at about the 10. And dancing out of bounds was that Muhammad? It was. Yeah. Kareem Muhammad.
It's a good job by Kareem to keep his feet in bounds right there.
Actually, they're calling it incomplete.
Oh, they're calling it incomplete.
Call it
incomplete. So going to come back. It looked pretty from here.
It looked very good from here. It must have been that maybe he was juggling it as he went out of bounds, or maybe where he caught it on the far side of the field, he was not quite in bounds. So 2nd and 10. Now, I haven't seen this before, Brad. I don't think 4 receiver sets on one side of the line of scrimmage. 4 on the right, Golston on the left. The officials are calling timeout.
I think there might have been blood or something on one of the uniforms, so they sent the player to the sideline.
So it'll be Nathan Mathena that will come in, and now the officials are calling timeout again. They're going to confer this time in the Blacksburg backfield. It appears like maybe the referee is telling one of the other officials why play was stopped the last time. So the Zebras have that straightened out. 4 receivers right. Golston, the lone receiver, to the left. In the backfield is Goforth. He rolls to his right, still rolling, throws, has the receiver open, and that is Malcolm Collins. This time he hangs on. He's going to be close to a first down, depending on where they spot him. It looks like the official on the near side is going to say move the chains, and they are going to move. So it's another Nest Realty first down for Blacksburg.
Yeah, good job there finding the chains and being able to move it.
1st and 10 Bruins from the 14-yard line. Ball on the near side hash. Mitchell this time looks like he will stay in the backfield with Goforth in a pistol formation. Mitchell drops about 3 yards behind Goforth. Twin receivers on either side. This is a carry by Mitchell over the right side. He busts over the 10 down to about the 9. Give him a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Another hard run there by Mitchell.
8-0 Blacksburg leading, 4:40 remaining in the first quarter on a running clock at Bill Brown Stadium. Some rain came in the 5 o'clock hour, made the field a little bit slick. Jake Lyman, you're down there right on the line of scrimmage. Any issues with footing so far? Four receivers to the right, bunched together closely, and Blacksburg looks like they may be guilty of moving early, and that is the call.
I think the Bruins thought that it was on Amherst, but those officials saw a little bit of movement there out of that front line.
Looks like, Brad, that Adam Traskey and the offensive coaches went into the lab this week, come up with a few new wrinkles, a few new plays. Twin receivers to either side of the field. Mitchell to the left this time of Goforth. Back comes the snap. Goforth drops, wants to go into the end zone, has a receiver open, and Golston dove for it. Check that. Muhammad dove for it, could not quite get to it. It'll be 3rd and 11. It was a skinny post. Muhammad from the left side. Took about 5 yards upfield, then cut it towards the near side goal post and dove for it just out of his reach. Twin receivers again to either side of the line of scrimmage. Mitchell to the left of Goforth. Goforth drops, throws quickly, has Golston into the end zone for the touchdown on a slant from the right side.
Good job there. Golston just getting the position on that slant, and there was no one there.
So Blacksburg ups its advantage to 14-0. 3:57 remaining in the first period. And let's see if there's an adventure on this PAT. There was the last time around. Maybe it was a designed adventure. We don't know. That'll be an interesting question we will pose to Eddie Sloss after the game. But Luke Goforth has dropped on one knee at the 10-yard line. Back comes the snap. Up goes the kick. And the kick is through the uprights. Blacksburg increases its lead to 15-0 with 3:57 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg.
Off of the game clock, which brings us to our score. Blacksburg 15, Amherst nothing. Mark.
15-0 Blacksburg, and this kick is going to bounce into the end zone. I believe, Brad, that is the first touchback for James Poland on kickoffs.
That's great. We can get that ball back there. That's exactly what we want.
Again, if you're listening tonight, we'd love to hear from you. The number to text us is 866-961-1430, 866-961-1430. Amherst County begins its third offensive possession from the 20-yard line. The ball spotted in the middle of the field. It will be Coyle this time to the right of the quarterback, Rose. Rose drops back, wants to throw, going long, throws it long. Luke Goforth thinks he can get another INT, and he will at the 49-yard line of Amherst County. So Amherst County is picking on Luke Goforth, and Goforth is making them pay for it dearly.
Well, I think that's the wrong one to pick on. Luke Goforth is one of the best cornerbacks, I think, anywhere around here.
Not sure that Bob Christmas is going to go back to that well too many times in this game.
I'm not exactly sure, but we were talking about the Rose kid being the running quarterback, and he hasn't ran not one time. Maybe he's got some bang up injuries that we don't know about.
Could very well be. Mathena and Muhammad to the near side. To the far side will be Collins, and cannot tell who the receiver to the far side of the field is. Mitchell is in the backfield with Goforth. Goforth throws long, and Goforth is going to have a pass intercepted at about the 21-yard line. So the two quarterbacks trade interceptions. Just a little bit too much on that particular pass from Luke Goforth, and he walks away from the play, hitting his hand up against his helmet. He knows he put just a little bit too much zip on that one.
Still tight in the as far as field position goes. Amherst starting here at the 26.
First and 10 for the Lancers from the 26. Coyle will be to the right of Rose. Single receiver on either side. In motion is D'Angelo Brown. He gets the handoff on the wide receiver sweep. cuts around the right side, tries to get to the edge, cannot. He is brought down after a gain of 2 yards.
Sweep to number 16.
Good job there, Parker Epperly coming from that inside backer position to make the tackle there.
By the Bruins, number 12, Parker Epperly.
So that'll bring up second and, let's call it second and, the scoreboard says second and 7. Looks like it's more like second and 8.
A gain of a short 3 yards. It's second down. Lancers.
PA announcer says a short 3 yards, so we'll go with that. Second and 7 from the 29, ball on the far side hash. This time Coyle is directly behind his quarterback Rose. Handoff is to Coyle. He has some running room. Coyle breaks free. He's up over midfield, down to about the 46-yard line of Blacksburg.
Looks like he just came right straight up the middle right there.
A 26-yard run for Antoine Coyle. Small in stature, 5'4", 155 pounds. Sometimes, Brad, those smallish running backs, they're hard to tackle. It's almost like, I don't know, tackling a small stick or something. That wasn't a real good analogy, was it? I'll have to come up with something better than that. Twin receivers to the near side. Single running back behind Rose. Again, D'Angelo goes in motion. Rose fakes it to him. Now Rose heads upfield, and he's going to have a gain of about maybe 7 or so. Bounced off one Bruins tackler. Picked up another yard or 2, so good yardage on first down for Amherst. And Lancers, for the first time tonight, are getting their offense untracked.
Yeah, they picked up good yardage right there. That's doing a little bit of that ball fake.
Second and 3, the ball on the far side hash. Lancers break the huddle. Single receiver to either side of the field. Pistol look, strong right, handoff to the up back. That was Xavier Ellis, 5'11", 230 pounds, so a little more weight there to thrust into the Bruins line. It's a short gain, and depending on the spot, looks like they might have it, and they will.
I believe they're going to give it to him there. Looked like Darius Norris as well as Epperly in on the tackle for the Bruins, but not before the Lancers are able to move the chains.
15-0, Blacksburg leading in the first quarter, a minute 50 seconds remaining. D'Angelo Brown splits to the near side. The other receivers close to the line of scrimmage. Handoff into the backfield, and that's a play that Blacksburg blows up in the backfield. Mathena came through to bottle up Xavier Ellis, and then other Bruins helped clean it up.
Yeah, it looked like number 12, Parker Epperly, once again in there on the tackle. Like you said, Mathena slowed it down, and then Epperly came to clean it up.
That'll make it second and 11. Ball just to the left of midfield on the Blacksburg 37. Brown comes to the numbers on the near side. A single receiver to the far side. Pistol look right. Handoff to Ellis. Goes straight ahead, and it will be for Blacksburg. Blaze Butler hanging around the legs of Ellis to drop him after a short gain.
Yeah, super job there by Blaze coming in from that end position.
He has been coming on in practice the last few weeks. Blaze Butler could be a name to remember. It'll be third. Let's call it 8. And receivers to either side of the field are Talik Brown. To the near side to Angelo Brown. Single running back behind Rose, and he's brought down immediately. Knifing through to make that tackle was Jamari Harrison, and he is fired up to make it.
Good job there by Jamari. No room to run. Brings up 4th and 10 for the Lancers here. 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. I think they're going to go over here and talk about it for a second.
Probably a good idea for the Lancers. They trail after the first period of play here at Bill Brown Stadium by the score of 15-0 to the Blacksburg Bruins. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg. 4th and 10, Amherst County at the Blacksburg 36. Twin receivers to either side. A single running back to the left of Rose. In motion is Brown. Rose wants to throw it, has a receiver open. It is Tyleek Brown. He's got the first down, churning his legs across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line, a gain of 19.
He was able to work inside position there on go forth, and that was a strong throw. Great catch there by the receiver, Kareem Muhammad, in on the tackle for the Bruins.
It looked like Brad, not really a quick slant, but not a slow slant either.
It's just sort of like boxing out in basketball. He just was able to get a little bit of position. You know, I said before, you know, Luke is one of the best corner backs that I've seen, and he just was able to get a little bit better position on him right there.
This time Amherst spreads the field. Twin receivers on either side. One comes in motion. That's D'Angelo Brown to the near side. He gets the handoff on a sweep. He's over the, well, I thought he was going to be over the 15, but a nice tackle coming up to make it was Malcolm Collins at about the 15.
Terrific job there by number 7, Malcolm Collins, sort of holding that edge from that outside backer position and just containing right there.
Malcolm's another one of those players, Brad, that's got a pretty good set of wheels. He can cover ground pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
2nd and 9 from the Blacksburg 15 for the Lancers. They will send Tyleek Brown to the left side. Here's D'Angelo Brown in motion again. Rose is going to be brought down in the backfield on a knifing play by partner Epperly. What a beauty that was.
Great job there. Big time loss on the play. Sack for Epperly coming through that line. He just sort of split the gap right there. They didn't have anyone that could block him.
That's going to make it 3rd and, what's it going to be, Brad? 3rd and 14? 3rd and 15.
It's like 3rd and 15.
So big play here for the Blacksburg defense, although this is likely 2-down territory for Amherst. They show a pistol look this time. Strong right, a single receiver to either side of the field. Here's a handoff on the far side of the field to D'Angelo Brown, and he is cut down. A nice tackle was made.
Good job there. Kareem Muhammad come through there and just knifed him right at the shins, but not before he's able to get a big pickup.
That looked like it. Muhammad had not made that tackle. That was going to go into the end zone. So a touchdown saving tackle by Muhammad brings up 4th down and about 5.
5 yards to go. Fans, a big 4th down. Bruin defense.
2 receivers left, single receiver right. Ball on the far side hash. Single running back, Coyle, behind Rose. Handoff is to Coyle, and he's brought down by partner Epperly for a gain of 1. Blacksburg will take over.
Great time. Great play right there by number 12, coming up through there and just loading a wood on him. Big 4th down stop.
Did you teach him that one?
No, he got that from his mom.
Oh, did he? Okay. You know, it's nice when you say it. We don't have to say it.
Well, you know, I mean, I live with her, so
yeah.
I know how tough she is.
It's no fun sleeping on the porch if you don't give credit where credit's due.
Not at all.
Got to commend the missuses. So Blacksburg takes over 1st and 10 at their own 9. Back goes go for it. Throwing. Golston has it at the 20 and tackled at the 25. Gain of 16. A nest really 1st down for Blacksburg.
Speaking of the misses, I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Byers, Mrs. Courtney Byers and Jamie Byers. Our youngest listener, Walter Byers, class of 2037, is listening to his first Blacksburg High School football games. Congratulations, Jamie and Courtney, and Grandpa, Grandma, Steve and Marty, and Aunt.
Plenty of family. Plenty of family. 3 receivers close to the line of scrimmage on the left side. Single receiver to the right. Mitchell in the backfield. Mitchell's going to hand it off to Muhammad, trying to get around a tackler. That was a well-designed play, but it was blown up very, very nicely by Amherst County.
Aunt Mackenzie. I feel bad I couldn't get her name out. Aunt Mackenzie.
There you go. So Blacksburg on a play that looked like had Muhammad gotten past the tackler, he would have made a good gain, and we do not have the number of the young man. He's number 71 for Amherst County, and he made a very nice play. 2nd and about 17 for Blacksburg. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Back goes Goforth, throwing over the middle. And that one is deflected into no man's land. Luckily, it hits the ground before any center fields can come in and glove it. Boy, Brad, that was dangerous.
Very dangerous. Could have easily been picked off right there. Just sort of looks like they just batted the ball up, but glad it found the turf before it found someone else's hands. It's going to bring up a big 3rd and 16 here from the 19-yard line for the Bruins.
8:15 remaining before halftime. 15-0 Blacksburg. 2 touchdowns, a successful 2-point conversion made it 8-0, and then a touchdown and a PAT made it 15-0. Back goes Goforth, throwing, has a receiver open, and that should be a penalty flag, and there it comes. Kareem Muhammad with contact before the catch, and the official got it.
Yeah, it's not going to be an as
it's not automatic.
Said,
it wasn't far enough.
That's right. It's not going to be an automatic first down, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Bruins. Nevertheless, that's a whole lot better than 4th down and a whole lot better than 3rd and 16.
That is a pass interference penalty against the Lancers.
And now the officials are walking the ball back. It's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. It was
Make it about 3rd and about 2 or 3.
3rd and 15 or 3rd and 16. The official spots it at the 33. So the scoreboard must have been incorrect by a yard. It must have been 3rd and 17, but now it's 3rd and 2. The ball is on the far side hash. Staniland will split to the right side. Golston and Muhammad to the near side. Mitchell in the backfield behind Goforth. It's a pistol look, strong to the left side. Goforth takes one last look at the wristband. Claps his hands. Straight ahead run by Mitchell, and he's not going to get there. He wanted to go over the right guard, and he could not get the yardage, and Blacksburg will be forced for the first time tonight to punt the ball away.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself in bad field position here. You know, right now we've been able to stay on the positive end, so I think it's a smart decision here. 4th and 1, 4th and 2 to punt the ball.
And back to receive it is Lawrence Brown Jr. Let's see if Goforth angles this one to the sideline to keep it away from Brown, who took it to the house last week on a kickoff return. Goforth is going to punt it away, and he gets off a dandy. It's going to be a fair catch called for by Brown at the 30-yard line.
Great kick right there by Luke.
Junior right about the Lancers 30-yard line.
36-yard punt by Goforth. And Amherst will take over at the 30.
1st and 10.
Well, 7:26 to go here in the second quarter. Beautiful night for football. I know we were worried a little bit about the moisture and such, but what a beautiful night here.
So 1st and 10 for the Lancers from their own 30. Pistol looks strong left. Rose hands it off to Coyle, and he's going to be dropped for no gain. He may have lost half a yard.
Good job there. Epperly as well as Blaze Butler in on the tackle.
We understand a lot of you have been texting us to tell us that you are listening. We're having trouble with our software momentarily here. We will try to get that fixed and mention those of you who are listening and texting in. We certainly appreciate you listening tonight to Bruins football on what's turning out to be a pretty good night for football. Rose fakes the handoff, goes straight ahead, and he bounces off one tackler, he bounces off of another, makes his way up to the 45-yard line. 15-yard pickup.
Looked like Epperly again on the tackle, but not before he's able to pick up enough yardage to move the chains.
A big body, 6 foot 190, and it's well put together. That's a solid 190 pounds that Mr. Rose is packing on his frame.
Yeah, he's a good-looking young man. I mean, you can just tell he's a great athlete. But I really believe if you can hit him right back there at that line before he gets his momentum going, that's when we can do our best damage.
And off to Ellis, spinning, and he'll break a tackle and be brought down at about the 48-yard line.
Like Blaze Butler in on a tackle for the Bruins. We've called Blaze's name quite a bit here this half.
starting to come on. Here's Blaze Butler. Second, and call it a long three. Twin receivers to the near side. Pistol formation, strong right. Handoff. D'Angelo Brown sweeping on the right side. He's over the first down marker, over the 40, and down near the 35. See where they mark him down.
Just a little bit of misdirection. Got a reverse coming through there. We almost did not stay home there. It looked to me like he was tripped up by Malcolm Collins over on that end.
Ball will be spotted at the 34. And this Amherst offense starting to get a little bit untracked. Blacksburg held them in check the first couple of series. The third series, a little bit of movement for Amherst County. It was stopped on the interception. They've been doing it primarily on the ground on this particular series. Here comes Brown in motion. Handoff. Coyle stopped. Spins. Manages to break free. Blacksburg can't quite bring him down. Blacksburg is getting blue jerseys right at the line of scrimmage, but then Amherst is finding a way to squeeze yardage after first contact.
Yeah, Epperly came in and hit him, behind the line of scrimmage, but he just sort of slipped off of him. But looked like Darius Norris comes up with the tackle after a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7, ball on the far side hash. It is Lawrence Brown split to the far side. D'Angelo Brown to the near side. Coyle raises his right leg. D'Angelo Brown goes in motion. D'Angelo Brown gets it on another sweep, scoots ahead, breaks a tackle, over the 10, over the 5, and brought down at the 1-yard line, a gain of 30. Those wide receiver sweeps by D'Angelo Brown, very effective on this drive.
Well, it's so crucial when they run that jet sweep. You've got to be able to set the edge right there, and we haven't been able to do it on that far side. They found something that's worked for them, and they went back to the well a couple times.
Blacksburg looked to have this game well in hand, getting up 15-0, but now Amherst County starting to make a game of it. Here is a short snap. Blacksburg jams the runner at the line. No signal yet. It looks like the runner is short. It'll be second and less than a yard, about a foot as best as we can tell from where the official on the near side has his right foot placed. And we're going to have a timeout called by Amherst to think about their next play. We'll take a brief timeout as well. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg. From about a foot outside of the Blacksburg end zone. Here is I don't know if they're calling that a play, Brad, or what exactly happened.
That should be delay of game on there.
And our officiating expert, Robbie Hudson, is saying it should be a delay of game call on Amherst County.
But it's not going to be. It looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 1 right from the goal line. But I'm like Robbie, that should be
how could that be a no play?
Yeah, should be a delay of game. When you snap the ball, and the officials aren't ready, that's what it is.
Snap back to Rose. Here it is, the sweep again to D'Angelo Brown, and he pushes his way into the end zone. And Amherst County is making hay, Brad, on that jet sweep using D'Angelo Brown. They get on the scoreboard with their first touchdown with 3:48 remaining in the first quarter, 15-6.
Looks like they're going to go for 2.
It does look like Amherst County will go for 2. Rose jogs back onto the field. Let's see if they used the jet sweep yet again. They've had great success with it. Blacksburg's going to have to mark number 6. An empty backfield for Rose. Here comes number 6 to the near side. He gets the handoff, and he's able to break free. Did he get in? He did not. So Blacksburg prevents the 2-point conversion. The score will remain 15-6 Blacksburg, 3:42 remaining before halftime. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg.
to kick
Hayden
off.
Rhodes will approach the football, kicking it from our left to right, and
And before we get a return,
penalty flag comes out, and it looks like Amherst was offside. So each team has had an offside kickoff here this evening. And we'd love to recognize some of you listening tonight. We're still having trouble with the software. We will work on that at halftime, see if we can get some of those names that are listening to Bruins football tonight, and we appreciate everyone that is. Week number 3 of the 2019 season. Blacksburg 1-1, 24-0, a win over Giles in the opener, 23-7. Defeat last week to a rugged Lord Botetourt Cavaliers team that a lot of people think could win it all in Class 3. Rhodes approaches the football. Amherst stays onside. Kick comes back. Picked up by Muhammad at about the 16. Cuts it up over the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet. Past midfield. He could be gone. One man to beat. And that one man does stop him at the 25-yard line.
Well, you know, I was getting ready to say it, but I didn't want to jinx Kareem. But when I was watching the film, Amherst was doing sort of that same pooch kick that we were doing early on. So when I saw him jump off sides and they kicked it deep and had a low hang time, I thought, what in the world are they doing? This might be an opportunity for Kareem to take it back, and he almost took it to the house.
By my math, that's a 61-yard kickoff return by Kareem Muhammad. Blacksburg has it in ideal position at the Amherst 22 on the far side hash. Pistol look. Strong to the left side. Mitchell beside Goforth. Parker Epperly in the backfield. Goforth running with it. Decided not to pitch it, and it's going to be no gain for the Bruins.
Bruins option left. Goforth. Quarterback keeps it himself.
So maybe 2nd and 10 coming up for Blacksburg. And Amherst County showing a little bit of speed of their own in stretching that particular play out.
42. Johnson.
Clock running, under 3 minutes remaining in the second period of play. 15-6 Blacksburg leading Amherst County. 4 receivers right. Mathena to the near side, an empty backfield. Goforth rolling to his right, still rolling, throws over the middle, deflected, a dangerous pass trying to hit Brian Mitchell in the middle of the field. It seemed like, Brad, that play just simply took too long to develop.
Yeah, we got to find a way to get the offense moving, that's for sure. That was a dangerous pass right there.
3rd and 9. That incompletion stops the clock, 2:43 remaining before halftime. Twins to both sides. Parker Epperly in the backfield. Quick pass, almost intercepted by Xavier Ellis. Lou Goforth looked like maybe there was a miscommunication between himself and the receivers. Let's see if Blacksburg brings on James Poland to attempt a long field goal. It doesn't look like they are. It looks like the offense will stay on the field. So 4th and 9 from the Amherst 21. The Bruins will keep the offense on the gridiron. It will be Mathena and Muhammad and Epperly to the right. Mitchell and Golston to the left. Alone in the backfield is Goforth. He gets the snap, throws over the middle, has a receiver, and that is Epperly, and he's got it at about the 1-yard line, a gain of 20.
That's about time. That's about time. That's a good look right there, and a good throw, good catch.
So 1st and goal Blacksburg from, looks like they're going to spot it at about the 2-yard line. Epperly is in the backfield, alone as the quarterback. This is the Wildcat type formation. Epperly running, puts his head down, jams ahead. He'll be down inside the 5. Let's see where the officials mark it. The line of scrimmage was the 5. Now it's inside the 5 at about the 4. And that was the jumbo package where Luke Elliott and Darius Norris come in as a double H-back set. Epperly takes the snap in a wildcat type play. Blacksburg has to be careful, get this play in. The play clock at 7. Players still trying to get in position, and Blacksburg may have to burn a timeout. Snap comes back with 1 second left. Goforth runs it ahead, close to the end zone, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Luke Goforth. Blacksburg ups its lead to 21-6. Goforth found a crease, made his way into the end zone.
The 4-yard touchdown run from Goforth.
Let's see if Blacksburg will attempt
Main Street Pharmacy.
a single PAT again. They will. James Poland will kick it out of the hold
Is number 1, James Poland, the holder, number 4,
of Luke Goforth. 1:18 remaining before halftime. Good snap, good hold, good high kick, and that kick is good. Blacksburg extends the lead to 22-6. 1:18 remaining before halftime. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg.
Better up. All in. Better up. To our score, 22-6. Blacksburg leads it here at the Brown Stadium.
Xavier Ellis gets the kickoff, breaks a few tackles. With the short kickoff, he returns it up to the 45-yard line of Amherst County. So Lancers have good field position with 1:10 left. Let's see, Brad, if during that last offensive sequence, the defensive coaches figured out a way to stop number 6 on the jet sweeps.
Well, you just got to seal the edge. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. As an outside linebacker, you're going to be taking on blocks. Blocks are coming at you. You got to take them on and shed them and keep your outside shoulders free so that they don't get outside of you. You just have to do your job to make them cut back inside.
Both Browns line up as wide receivers to the far side. Rose bobbled the ball momentarily, throwed it in the general direction of Xavier Ellis on the left side out on the flat, well out of his reach. No players anywhere in the vicinity of that particular throw. It looked like Rose got out of his timing a little bit there, Brad. The snap came back a little, like he bobbled it just a little bit. That may have thrown the timing off.
Yeah, very well could have. He had a little bit of pressure coming from that end position. I think Blaze Butler was coming as well as Epperly, and he probably wanted to just get rid of it just a little bit quicker than what he needed to.
Both Browns split to the left. To the near side is Parker Holden. Here comes Brown to the near side. Rose throws to Lawrence Brown. He's got room to run. He's over the Bruins 40 down to about the 38. And that will stop the clock as the chains move. 59 seconds remaining before halftime.
Looks like Brian Mitchell with the touchdown saving tackle there for the Bruins.
First down, Lancer.
Clock is spinning, 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Brown splits to the near side. Here is Brown again on the wide receiver sweep, and this time Blacksburg stops it for a short gain of about 2. Well played by Josh Golston to run Brown across his sideline.
Yeah, it looked like Golston did a good job there, sort of hanging tight and being able to knock him out of bounds. The one benefit to Amherst is it did knock him out of bounds, so it did stop the clock. So 42 seconds to go here.
Amherst has 2 timeouts left. Twin receivers right, twin receivers left. Here comes Brown to the near side, and here comes a penalty flag from the back judge. False start.
Prior to the snap, flag down.
So it'll be 2nd and 13, 40 seconds remaining before halftime. It moves the ball back to the 41-yard line. Ball just inside the near side hash.
Still 2nd down, this time 13 yards to go.
Now the clock starts running. 30 seconds remaining. Twin receivers to the left. Pistol formation, strong left. Rose back, avoids one rusher. He'll head to the sideline. He'll go out after a yard gain, maybe. Well, no, it was the penalty yardage, so he'll pick up maybe about 4. It's going to make it 2nd and about 9.
Yeah, it looks like he just went out of bounds. He was getting chased there from Epperly as well as Elliott.
So 3rd and 9, 18 seconds remaining before halftime. The Bruins defense would love to shut down Amherst here on 2 plays. It is most definitely 2-down territory for the Lancers. Twin receivers to both sides. Here comes D'Angelo Brown in motion. Taking it up ahead is C.J. Rose, the quarterback. He will get over the 35, down to about the 33. And for some reason, Amherst is not going to call timeout. They're just going to let this clock run out, even though they have 2 on the board. Now they're going to call a timeout with 2 seconds left. They allowed Brad probably a good 10 seconds, maybe 12 or 14 to run off the clock before they called that timeout.
Well, I mean, it's a smart decision. It's 4th down. That was a great stop there by Darius Norris and Parker Epperly. Brings up 4th and 5. So I mean, you don't want to leave any more time on the clock if something happens.
But if you get the 1st down, now there's time you don't have.
They're going to the end
They're
zone.
going to throw for the end zone.
Yeah, they're going
because they're out of time.
Yeah.
But they would have had maybe 12, 14 seconds. They could have had a quick pass on the side and had a shorter field to go for the touchdown. Is my point.
Yeah, I guess they could have.
Timeouts very well, but
I'm being outmanned here. Robbie Hudson and my broadcast partner, they're saying, "Nah, you knucklehead, you don't know what you're doing."
Your timeouts well enough.
Well, let's see what they do. I mean, you might be right, Mark.
Might be a moot point.
I mean, that's it.
Well, we'll never know now because the clock's down to 2 seconds.
Well, but we'll know what their last play is.
That we will.
Yeah.
That we will.
I mean, we got to keep you on your toes too, you know.
Somebody has to. The poor missus fails so badly at it. She tries so hard, fails so badly. So 2 seconds remaining, 22-6, and Amherst will put 3 in the backfield. Rose rolling to his right, looking, throws. It's a short completion to Ellis, and he's going to be throwing down to about the 32, and that will bring the first half to a close.
Who are you? What do you serve? What do you believe in? This is Blacksburg, Virginia, the home of Virginia Tech, a small yet growing community nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Here, you'll find all walks of life, college students, new families, people who just want a quiet place to retire. Summers are adventurous. Falls are filled with the buzz of college football. Winters bring a quiet beauty, and springtime is beautiful beyond belief. It's a special place to live. But this town also plays host to another kind of person, a group of professionals who serve in ways you could never imagine. Meet the Blacksburg Police Department. This department values close relationships, family, integrity, and training. If you qualify to join these ranks, you'll be trained for success. You'll grow in personal confidence. you'll truly enjoy coming to work every day. Blacksburg permits a different level of community involvement. Why? Because residents here respect and care about their police force. So this police force is able to truly help those in the community who are in need. You'll be helping our population get home safely after a night out, giving life lessons to those who made an honest mistake, protecting our young ones from harm's way, helping to solve problems during the big games, the festivals, and parades. Serving on this police force is not just working in another job. This is an opportunity to fundamentally shift the lives of others toward positive results. You'll become the rational voice of reason for people when things are going poorly for them. You'll be the leader to guide others to see a better light. You'll be the one who knows the way, and you'll show the way. You are the one who does the right thing when no one is watching. Obviously, serving on this police force is not a job for just anyone. It goes back to these basic questions. Who are you? What do you serve? What do you believe in? We welcome the select few who are drawn toward a higher calling to serve. Is that you? Do you qualify? Are you curious enough to find out? This is your opportunity to consider joining one of the country's finest police departments.
It will be Aiden Rhodes to kick it off for Amherst. He approaches the football. A bit of a line drive kick. It's going to be picked up by Brian Mitchell at the 15, over the 25, over the 30, 35, 40. Can he break free? He can. 50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brian Mitchell. An 85-yard touchdown return to start the third quarter.
Great job right there. Starting the third quarter with a long kickoff return. Again, I do not understand why they kick it deep. You know, no hang time or anything. All you do is give those two weapons a chance to break it, and I'm glad they did because it looked pretty.
It's not a strategy that I think I would buy into, and you would think a veteran coach like Bob Christmas would think to himself after watching the tape, you know, we're not going to take a chance with this, guys. We're going to squib it down the middle, or we're just going to pooch it up high. But these deep kicks are playing right into Blacksburg's hands. It'll be James Poland on to attempt the PAT. Just 12 seconds evaporated off of the clock. That's Brian Mitchell with an 85-yard touchdown return of the second half kickoff. Poland's kick is up, and it is good. Blacksburg stretches the lead quickly to 29-6 over Amherst County. You are listening to Blacksburg Bruins football on the exclusive home of Bruins football, ESPN Blacksburg.
Brian Mitchell. It's number 1, Poland sent to kick it deep. 6 Brown, 3 back Brown. That's the return.
Thank you, Jake. That's interesting. It is Xavier Ellis with the return of the kickoff. He got it at about the 22-yard line. He'll return it up to, see if they give him the 35 or not. Looks like they will.
Looked like number 65 there, Alex LaFawn, in on the tackle for the Bruins.
Amherst now trailing Blacksburg by 23. And let's see if they try the jet sweeps that they did so effectively towards the end of the first half with DeAngelo Brown, number 6. And it seemed like, Brad, they were running it onto the field side. They didn't run it too often in the boundary. They mostly went to the field side. Twin receivers lined up to the near side. Pistol formation, strong left. Back comes the snap to Rose. He will carry it himself, and 3 Bruins will tackle him after a gain of about 3.
Looks like Blaze Butler in on the main tackle there for the Bruins.
Parker Epperly, an assisted tackle on that particular play. He has been racking up assistant tackles all season long.
He has good instincts to the ball, that's for sure.
So 2nd and 8. It really looks like it's a gain of about 3 from our vantage point. The scoreboard says 2nd and 8, so we'll go with that. Twin receivers to either side of the field. Here comes DeAngelo Brown in motion. They'll throw it on the near side, and Josh Golston was anticipating the pass intended for Lawrence Brown. He almost got it. Couldn't go up quite high enough to get it, but good anticipation by number 6.
Yeah, it's a good job. That ball just sort of floated out there for Rose.
That will make it 3rd and 8. If you're Amherst County here, Brad, you don't want to let this Bruins team get the ball back, go down and score again, because then you're starting to really dig a mammoth hole. Twin receivers to both sides, a single running back to the right of Rose. He takes the snap, heads upfield, puts his head down, bowls forward. Looked like the ball came out maybe at the end of the play, but officials will say that the ground caused the fumble, and it's just enough for an Amherst County first down.
Yeah, moving the chains there. You know, he got that momentum going down the field, and, you know, he's a load when he gets going.
And I saw Von Phipps coming into the stadium tonight, Brad, and I said, what worries you the most about Amherst's offense? He said, number 11. Single receivers to either side. Pistol formation, strong right. Handoff is to the tailback. That was Coyle. He'll plunge forward for a gain of about 3.
Handoff up the middle for Antoine Coyle, the ball carrier. 70 Hughes.
Looked like Sam Hughes as well as Jamari
about 3 yards.
In on the tackle, Jamari Hairston.
29-6, just under 10 minutes remaining in the 3rd period of play from Bill Brown Stadium, Blacksburg, and Amherst County. The Bruins in charge. Here is a handoff to Coyle, and ball comes loose. It's fumbled, and does Blacksburg have it? They do. Blacksburg with the turnover. The Bruins offense will take control.
Good job there, Nathan Mathena. Heads up play, saw the ball on the turf and comes up with it. I tell you what, Nathan Mathena has done a swell of job here this first 3 games of his senior season. I just love the way he plays hard, plays aggressive, and plays with a lot of heart.
So Blacksburg's offense will take control with the football at the 40, halfway between the 43 and 44, right in the middle of the field. Golston will go to the far side of the field. Joining him will be Malcolm Collins. Staniland and Muhammad on the near side. It will be Brian Mitchell, 2 yards off the right hip of Luke Goforth. Goforth claps his hands, looks to his left, throws complete. Collins up over the midfield stripe. And let's see if they give him the 49 of Amherst. They do not, but it is a gain of 7.
Tackle on the play by number 18, Parker Houghton, gain of about 7 yards.
We're still having, we think, difficulty with our software, but if you are listening tonight, please text us at 866-961-1430, 866-961-1430. We've actually uninstalled and reinstalled the software, so we need a check to see who might be listening. Single receiver left, twin receivers right, max protect for Blacksburg. Here comes Epperly on a sweep to the near side, loses the football, and Amherst looks like they have it, and they will. And that looked like an Amherst helmet hit right on the football, and Epperly coughs it up, and Amherst will take over at the Bruins 48. Sometimes, Brad, that helmet hits right on the football, and there's not much anyone can do when that happens.
Yeah. No excuse. You got to hold on to the football. That's just what you do.
Is that what you're going to tell him tonight when he gets home?
Well, we'll probably not, but that's just you know, we if he wants to ask my opinion, I'll tell him. But
and if he doesn't, you'll stay silent, right?
But that's right.
Okay.
For what he's been through so far this season, that's the least of his concerns.
And we're going to have an Amherst County timeout. We'll take timeout as well. 29-6, Blacksburg leading Amherst County, 8:53 remaining in the third quarter of play from Bill Brown Stadium on ESPN Blacksburg.
So have you applied for any jobs yet?
Nah, I'm just gonna sit all day.
So am I.
Next stop, Torkerson Hall.
Don't just sit. Sit profitably. Drive for BT.
Make $13.35 per hour.
Back at Bill Brown Stadium, a trade of turnovers. Amherst County with a first down at the Blacksburg 48. Ball on the near side hash. They need to get a player off the field, and they do. Twin receivers to the near side, a single receiver to the far side. Pistol looks strong left. Here is number 6 on the jet sweep, and this time he is tackled in the open field. A terrific play by Nathan Mathena.
Once again, Nathan Mathena, big time play.
Stopped for no gain, and that time, I've got to think maybe, Brad, at halftime the coaches said, those outside linebackers, you've got to stay home. You've got to wait for number 6 to come into your zip code, and when he does, you got to wrap up.
Well, I tell you what, Nathan's come out here this second half, and he's doing a heck of a job.
8:10 remaining in the third quarter. Blacksburg in control, 29-6. Twin receivers to the near side. Pistol strong left, handoff Coyle. Coyle brought down after a gain of about 1. Nice tackle by number 12, Parker Epperly.
And tackled by number 84, Butler, and number 12, Epperly.
Well, there's someone I would like to acknowledge tonight, Brad, and that is my missus. She puts up with a lot of my time preparing for these games, and I'd just like to say to my wife, Amy, thank you very much. Twin receivers to the near side. Pistol strong to the right this time. Rose takes off, spins, and he'll go forward for a short gain over the 45, down to about the 43. And this may be 4-down territory. Our officiating expert Robbie Hudson just said that in our ear, and I think he may be right. And Bob Christmas is not going to bring the punt team on.
Number 77, Will Thomas, in on the tackle there. You know, I tell you, Will has really done a great job stepping in there at that defensive line position, and he's coming up with some good tackles for this Bruin defense.
4th and 5 from the Bruins 44. Pistol strong right, twin receivers to the near side. Rhodes goes upfield, lowers his head, and he will have, I believe, depending on the spot,
I don't believe he got it.
The first down. Let's see. Looked like the official on the far side came in to mark it pretty close. Coming up, hobbling just a little bit for Blacksburg is Evan Hale. And that spot, boy, I don't know. They may have to bring the chains on. Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Looks like Randy Likens is going to bring the chain crew out.
I think he's got it by about half a length of a football. Let's see. Spotter Tom Bibbin says the length of a football. And he's got it by about a football and a half. So the gamble for Amherst County pays off. And they have a fresh set of downs at the Blacksburg 38.
It's a pretty reasonable price.
They'll put two receivers to the near side of the field, Brown and Brown. Their pistol will be loaded strong to the right. Rose hands it off. Coyle on the run, breaks free, and 1, 2, 3 Bruins need to bring him down, but not until he gets close to the 10-yard line. A 28-yard gain. And I can't tell, is that a flag on the field at about the 35, guys? There's something out there.
I believe it's probably just a hand foul. They just took that one right up the middle.
Right up the gut of the Blacksburg defense. Suddenly it is 1st and 10, Amherst at the Blacksburg 15. Ball in the middle of the field. Twin receivers to either side. Here is number 16 on the run. That is Darren Davenport. He will be brought down, looks like at about the 7-yard line. At the 8, let's call it a game of 7, 2nd and 3.
Brian Mitchell coming up from the safety position to make the tackle there for the Bruins.
Inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Score's going to call it a gain of 8. So 2nd and 2. Ball in the near side hash. Twin receivers to the near side. Another receiver tight to the line on the far side. Here's Rose trying to get to the edge, and a nice open field tackle by Goforth, but it looks like it may be enough for a first down. They're going to stop Rose at about the 1. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1, maybe the 2.
Yeah, I believe it's about the 2. That was a good tackle there by Luke Goforth, staying at home and trying to contain.
Let's see if Blacksburg can conjure up another goal line stand like they did last week against Lord Botetourt. Rose has Coyle to his right. Twin receivers right, single receiver left. Man in motion is Davenport. Rose will plunge straight ahead, and he'll get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, they did. I thought the defense did a good job right there of sticking him and pushing him backwards, but looks like they must have crossed the line.
So that makes the score 29-12, and Amherst trailing as they are in the game currently by 17 is going to go for 2. Rose will have Coyle directly behind him, a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage than they usually are. Here is the handoff to Davenport, and who makes the tackle but Nathan Mathena? Another nice, speedy tackle by number 14 to stop the 2-point conversion.
Terrific job there by Nathan coming from that backside to make that tackle.
So we'll take this timeout. 4:53 remaining in the third quarter. Blacksburg leading Amherst County 29-12. This is Bruins football on your local station ESPN Blacksburg. Thank you, Drew. Aiden Rhodes has the ball teed up for the kickoff. Then it falls off of the tee as there is a little bit of a wind here tonight at Bill Brown Stadium. He re-tees the ball, drops back 10 yards, gets ready to kick it, and it falls again. Usually after 2 times, the official will require a teammate to come up and hold it, and that is exactly what the officials are going to do here. As it will be held by Christian Micklin, the 5'9", 135-pound freshman. Here's a short kick this time. Josh Golston will have it at about the 28. Golston spins, breaks 1 tackle, and then he's going to be stopped at about the 33-yard line, which is where Blacksburg will put the ball in play.
to the Bruins.
Got to try to do something here on the offensive side, get the ball moving.
Comes out onto the field. 1st and 10.
Turned out to be a very nice night in Blacksburg. We were a little bit concerned at about 5:25. The rain came in, but it's been dry ever since. Max protect formation for Blacksburg. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Throwing over the middle, Staniland just off of his fingertips, and he could have perhaps have taken that one all the way. Nothing but a quick slant, and it was there.
It definitely was there. The field was open.
Yeah, I'm thinking fade pattern.
Jake Lyman, what's the energy level like right now down on the Blacksburg sideline? In motion is Mitchell. He gets the handoff on a sweep. And now he reverses field. If he gets a key block, can he get by number 5? He does. Then he runs into a couple of white jerseys, but he's up close to the first down, a gain of 9. On that play, Mitchell started to his left, then cut back to the right, made something out of nothing.
Took a pretty good shot right there at the end of that run. He's a tough kid.
That'll make it 3rd and a yard. The officials are going to
official timeout.
Official timeout. Looks like they may want to measure. At least the officials are looking at the spot of the ball. Mitchell may have picked it up. They're going to bring the chains on. It looked like from the original spot grab that was going to be about a yard short. Now the players are going to get out of the way and see if that's a first down. Our spotter Tom Bivens says, yeah, it is enough for a first down. We'll see. The officials bring the chains almost all the way across the field to the Bruins sideline. I tell you what, our spotter Tom Bivens, nothing gets past him. He's set on the first down all the way. He's all over it for a first down. Let's mention the 2019 Blacksburg varsity cheerleaders: Jasmine Abbott, Bella Ankrum, Alyssa Harris, Maddie Lincolnhofer. Those are the seniors. Emily Compton, Alana Miller are the juniors. Sophomores: Gabby Arms, Bree Hoffman, Brooke Mullins, Aliyah Reese, and freshman Mary Bevan. Nice job, ladies, keeping the energy level high in the stands here at Bill Brown Stadium. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. An empty backfield for Luke Goforth. He claps his hands. Mitchell goes in motion. Right over the middle is a throw to Malcolm Collins at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, and Collins is tripped up inside the 10 at the 9.
Good job right there by Malcolm Collins after the throw from Goforth. Goforth put it right on the money.
A 49-yard pickup, a catch and run from Goforth to Collins. And a prayer of a tackle attempt is answered for Amherst, but Blacksburg has it 1st and goal from the 9. Blacksburg moving from our left to our right. If you're familiar with the stadium, that's from the concession stand side towards the locker room side. Back it comes to Goforth, rolling right, throwing deep in the end zone, and it's dropped by Kareem Muhammad. 2nd and goal from the 9. 4:01 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Blacksburg leading 29-12.
Broken up in the end zone.
Players look to the side. Play is signaled in by one of the assistant coaches. Play clock at 16 seconds. Players look at their wristbands. Now everyone's got it. 3 receivers on the left side, close to the offensive line. Twin receivers in a stacked formation to the right. Goforth, looking, fires into the end zone. Complete to Brian Mitchell for the touchdown. 9-yard completion from Goforth to Mitchell, and it's 34. Check that, 35-12. That's the way you answer a touchdown, Brad, is you just go back and get one of your own. Say, you do that, we'll do the same thing.
Absolutely. It's a great job right there, sort of moving the field. Big catch and run after the catch by Malcolm Collins.
Jake Poland will try another PAT out of the hold of Luke Goforth. Goforth with a quick rub of the towel behind his back to make sure the hands are dry. It's a good snap, a good hold, and a good kick. Blacksburg stretches the lead to 36-12. 3:57 remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg. Poland with the short end over end kick caught by Ellis at the 28. He heads towards the Blacksburg sideline, and he is taken out of bounds at about the 39 or 38. Let's see where the spot is. Looks like it'll be the 38-yard line.
Great job there by number 10, Lucas Dowdy, getting his nose in there and making the tackle along with Luke Elliott.
Blacksburg still has the first team defense in at this point in the game, as they probably should, Brad. You don't want to get the reserves in there a little bit early, give the other team a chance to mount a comeback. Still plenty of time left in the game, 3:55 in the third quarter.
Absolutely, still plenty of time in this game.
Tyleek Brown is split to the far side. Another receiver between him and the offensive line. Here is Rose running upfield and picking up good yardage all the way up to the Blacksburg 45-yard line. 16-yard run for C.J. Rose.
Muhammad in on the tackle for the Bruins.
He has been the leading rusher in the first two games for Amherst County, and he's only increasing that statistic here tonight against Blacksburg. Ball in the near side hash. Twin receivers to the right. Single receiver to the left. Pistol strong to the right. Here's Rose going long, throwing, and nowhere near the intended receiver.
Rose's pass
It was intended for Tyleek Brown at about the 20-yard line near the Blacksburg sideline, but nowhere near the receiver. 2nd and 10.
Second down and long.
Looks like there was a little bit of jawing going on there, going back to the huddle between both programs. Probably need to make sure we keep that under control.
A little bit of that maybe is harmless, but if it gets out of control, tensions can rise and penalty flags can fly. Twins right, single receiver left. Davenport goes in motion. It is Rose with the ball trying to run to the near side. He is brought down by Luke Elliott and by Sam Hughes.
Yeah, great job there. Sam Hughes making that initial contact and Elliott coming to finish it up.
3rd and 10. Clock running. Less than 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. Blacksburg leading 36-12 here at Bill Brown Stadium. Game number 3 of the Bruins' 2019 season. Blacksburg 1-1, a 24-0 win over Giles. 23-7 the loss last week to Lord Botetourt. Here's Rose A little bit of confusion on the handoff, and Darius Hitman Norris has him bottled up. Doesn't quite bring him to the ground, but the officials will blow the whistle back at the Blacksburg 45-yard line. Now they're going to say he had positive progress. So
I tell you what, Coach Lucas brought in a different package right there. He brought both of his inside backers up into the gaps. The center and the guards had to compensate for both of them, so that opened it up for Darius to come in. That was just a miscommunication on blocks, and you don't want to do that with Darius Norris because he's going to make you pay for it.
we have a score update from Christiansburg, 42-7 now. Christiansburg leading Patrick Hanley. Looks like the Blue Demons are going to 3-0. Alex Wilkins starting to turn it around.
He's a fine man. I really think a lot of Alex Wilkins.
Rose rolling to his left, wants to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and it's going to be brought down at about the 42-yard line of Blacksburg. Mari Hairston in on the tackle. Also in on the tackle, Parker Epperly. And Blacksburg will take over.
He's going to be shy of the first down. It's going to be a turnover on
Minute 34. Remaining in the third quarter. Blacksburg's offense comes back on the field. Starters are still in the game for the Bruins.
Again, you can get a hot dog.
Athena, Mitchell, and Muhammad will deploy to the left side. Josh Golston to the near side between the numbers and the Bruins sideline. It is Malcolm Collins in the backfield. About a yard off of the hip of Goforth. Collins gets the carry. He's up over the 45, up over the 46, close to the 47. Called a gain of 5. We haven't seen Malcolm Collins in the backfield as a running back so far this year. So Blacksburg able to introduce a few wrinkles here this evening at Bill Brown Stadium.
It's a gain of about 5 yards. It's second down and medium for the Bruins.
Clock now under a minute remaining in the third quarter. 36-12, Blacksburg leading. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the near side. Max Protect, running back on either side of Goforth. Brian Mitchell gets the carry, and he'll get maybe a yard or two. He'll be stopped at about the 48-yard line, not quite the 49 of Blacksburg, so a very short gain.
Tackle on the play by number 72.
Bring up third and about 4.
Yeah, you want to try to get this. First down here. Just keep the chains moving.
There is about a 3-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. Let's see if Blacksburg decides to run a play. Looks like they're going to try to run one. 10 seconds left in the third quarter, so this should be the final play of the third quarter. Triplets left, single receiver right, running back straight ahead. On the run, right up over the right guard is Malcolm Collins. That will be enough for a first down. That will bring the third quarter to a close. 36 minutes in the books. Blacksburg leads it 36-12 over Amherst County here at Bill Brown Stadium. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg.
On the count of 3, everyone run into the water. Ready, set, go. Make it rain. Go, 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 go insane, go insane. Throw some water, make it rain on them. Hand, hand, monkey walk. Hand, 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 hand. What kind of tree do you want to be? Orange tree, grow so tall. Can you stand up? Chop, chop, timber. Good job. Chop, chop, timber. Good job. Show me those kicks. Show me those paddles. Let me see those arms. Where are those arms? Use those arms. those arms up and out. Get those arms up and out. Kick, kick, kick. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Use your arms. Let me see paddle, paddle, paddle with your arms. Yeah! Good job. Everyone follow me. Go. Good. Next.
(36-12), Blacksburg leading Amherst County as we begin quarter number 4. Blacksburg will put triplets to the left, a single receiver right. Collins remains in the backfield with Goforth. He gets the carry, starts to his right, and he'll be stopped for no gain. He may lose a half yard. Looks like he will get a spot up close to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10.
Yeah, not a lot of room right there for Collins to move.
Basically no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. 10 yards.
It's going to be Mitchell and Collins this time on either side of Goforth. Twin receivers to the near side are Golston and Muhammad. Here's Mitchell trying to break free on the left side, and he will get nowhere. So 2 attempts to run for Blacksburg, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, 0 yards.
4 Coyle, 5 Brown, 52 Jarvis.
Both those plays looked like, Brad, they were almost in slow motion.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get it going.
3rd and long for the Bruins.
3rd and 10. Ball at the 45 of Amherst County on the near side hash. 4 receivers to the right. Single receiver to the near side is Golston between the numbers and the Bruins sideline. Back comes the snap. Goforth, rolling right, still rolling, throwing, long, has Muhammad open at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Blacksburg, 45 yards away. There is a penalty flag near the midfield stripe, and it's holding on Blacksburg.
Like it's going to come back.
So a good throw, a good catch, and a good run after the catch by Muhammad into the end zone, but it all will be wiped away by a holding penalty. The flag is at the 48-yard line of Amherst County. The line of scrimmage was the 45 of Blacksburg. It'll be a 10-yard mark-off from the spot of the foul. Let's see if the 48 of Blacksburg was where the spot of the foul was.
Against the Bruins, going to be a
and that is where the mark-off will come. Back to the Blacksburg 38.
6.5 yards.
Costly penalty there.
3rd and 27. Triplets to the near side, single receiver far side. Single running back Collins to the left of Goforth. The snap comes back. Goforth decides to take off. He's running with it over the 45, over the 50, over the 45 of Blacksburg. He got a lot of it back. And it looks like Blacksburg may bring the punt unit on the field.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt it here.
In the Lancer territory, the
Goforth gets it up to the 48 of Amherst County. So gain of 14, but on 3rd and 27, that wasn't nearly enough. Goforth will step back into punt formation. He'll stand at about the 38-yard line.
for the Lancer.
It will be Lawrence Brown back to receive the kick. This is another high beauty of a kick. It bounces at about the 15. It takes a little bit of an Amherst bounce back towards the 20. It'll be downed at the 18-yard line.
Line number 65, Alex LaFont.
36-12, Blacksburg leading in the game, 9:57 left in the game here at Bill Brown Stadium.
Out of place. He should be on the other side of the punter watching that play, watching his leg and all that. You always line up to the leg side, to the kick side of the.
Fans, once again, don't forget to support
Charlie Craig is in the game for Blacksburg.
September 18th.
Good. Charlie's done a good job. He's, came here from Giles, been working hard. Like to see him out there on the field.
Lines up as one corner, Josh Golston the other corner. It is Brian Mitchell, the free safety. Amherst, pistol formation, strong left. Handoff is to Coyle, who drags
Got a flag down.
a few Bruins with him. Here comes a flag in from the back judge. Let's see if maybe it's holding this time on Amherst.
I believe it is going to be called holding.
Number 1, Sweeney, the ball carrier. There is a
Here comes the signal. It is holding on Amherst.
That'll move them on back.
It'll still be first down.
9:52 left in this game. 26-12, Blacksburg leading, Brad. Now you just want to get out of this game with no injuries. The injury bug hit pretty hard last week, although Blacksburg recovered pretty nicely. The only Bruin I think that did not get out there tonight, Brad, that was injured last week was Zach Early.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And if he could get rested up next week against a Stanton River team that is struggling, that would give that ankle more time to heal. And here could be a safety. No, they're going to say the runner was down at about the 2-yard line, but Blacksburg in the backfield, and it is C.J. Rose that is limping, not able to put full weight on his left foot. He has been a warrior for Amherst tonight.
It's a good job right there by Will Thomas coming through. We've called his name a number of times tonight.
Second and a whole bunch. The scoreboard says 2nd and 24, so Blacksburg had it 3rd and 27. Amherst has it now 2nd and 24 with a new quarterback in the game. A little bit of a low snap, handoff, and not much room at all for the Lancers.
Great job right there. Parker Epperly filling the hole.
It's going to be 3rd and 20 plus, depending on the spot of the ball.
Numerous Bruin defenders on the stop. Just
We'll
about
spot
no
it
gain on the
at
play. It's gonna
the
be 3rd down.
between the 4 and the 5.
And many Bruins to
So
go.
3rd and 23. The scoreboard says 24, so we'll go with that. 3rd and 24. And in motion to the near side. He's the one that gets the handoff, and he has a little bit of a seam, able to get up over the 15, up to maybe the 16. Let's see where they mark it.
Not quite enough for the first down. Looked like Julius Mason in on the tackle there for the Bruins.
And it will be punt time for Amherst County. A nice job by the Bruins defense. It will be Aiden Rhodes. He spells it R-O-D-E-S, no H, R-O-D-E-S. Brian Mitchell back to receive the punt. He's standing at about the 46-yard line of Amherst. It's a high snap over the punter's head, and it goes out of the end zone. And Blacksburg gets a safety. 38-12. Brad, we were talking at the Blacksburg team picnic before the season started. We were asking everybody, when was the last time that Blacksburg got a safety of their own? And no one could seem to remember. Dave Chris could not remember. Eddie Schloss couldn't remember. Chris Lucas couldn't remember. No one we talked to could remember. Well, this is the first one in a long, long time. Let's put it that way. Blacksburg now leading it 38-12.
We didn't have to work too hard on that one.
No, not at all. It's nice when the other team scores points for you. It comes with 7:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. Now let's see if Amherst will decide to kick it off from the 20 or if they decide to punt it. A lot of teams will punt it from the 20. Amherst coaches are on the field talking things over. Bob Christmas out on the field, ever the teacher. Seems like Brad, the great coaches, and Bob Christmas is legendary. He'll be in the BHSL Hall of Fame one day. The great coaches never stop teaching. They love to teach the game of football, no matter what the score.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what you're there for. I was once told by a coach that I coached with, if they lost, we haven't done our job. We need to teach them a little bit more. And so, you know, it's a lot of truth to that.
And he's got a lot of excitement back in Amherst County. This is a proud program that had lost some of its luster. They went through a disaster of a coaching change. Then they made the splash higher. Here is the punt. It's a low punt. It's going to bounce once, and Muhammad's going to have to chase it down at about the 35. Turns it upfield over the 40. Hurdles one player, and he's going to be up near the midfield stripe. Here comes a penalty flag. That may be an illegal block in the back. Here comes another penalty flag from the near side official after the penalty, and here is another flag flying up in the air. Looked like Aiden Seeley was walking off the field, and the official right beside him threw a flag in the air. So we've got 3 flags on the field. The officials are going to have to huddle to sort this one out.
Yeah, you know, you got to keep your composure here. I mean, I don't know exactly who the penalties are going to be on, whether it's Amherst or us, but my idea is it's probably going to be on both of us.
Probably.
And, you know, you just got to remain calm and walk away. As hard as that may seem, you want to be able to play the next game.
And Eddie Sloss brought several of the players over to talk to them. Eddie will rarely raise his voice. He's one of those coaches that can get his point across just speaking calmly to his players.
So it looks like
going to get an explanation.
Both penalties are on us, the Bruins. One's a hold and another one's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Here comes the mark-offs. There's the first mark-off to the 39. And now here's an unsportsmanlike tacked on for 15 more.
2 infractions on the play, an illegal block in the back against the Bruins. Now for the play, personal foul.
So Blacksburg's going to start at their own 24. They were up near midfield. Well, you don't like to see that at all, Brad. Even when you have a lead like this and could maybe say you can afford it. Well, maybe you can afford it, but you still don't like it.
Right.
Colston comes off the field, go for it. Has Collins to his left. Collins gets the carry, breaks free, carrying some tacklers upfield. He's finally brought down after a gain of 9. Good hard running by Malcolm Collins. 9-yard gain by number 7, Malcolm Collins, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. Plenty of football left in this season, and 2 more for Malcolm Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Twin receivers left and right. Collins remains in the backfield. Goforth turns around, has a brief discussion with him. Goforth hands it off again to Collins, and he manages to squeeze a yard or 2 out of what looked like was going to be nothing. And that should be enough for a Nest Realty first down, and the chains will move. A Nest Realty first down for Blacksburg.
Well, that's what you want. Keep the clock spinning and have the chains move.
The 35 fans, the run from Sherman Collins good enough for a Blacksburg Bruin.
And the clock begins to roll. 6:15 remaining. Another score update from Christiansburg, now 48-14. Christiansburg. Twin receivers to both sides of the line of scrimmage. Luke Elliott now is behind. Luke Goforth, he carries the football. He'll go ahead for 6. Blacksburg is getting a number of players some snaps of running back, developing some depth. Luke Elliott, one of those dependable, solid players that has been in this program for a number of years. His mom, Jerry, is the unofficial team mom of the Bruins, does so much in the way of getting meals ready for the team on Wednesday nights and so many other things to support Bruins football. 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Goforth has 1 running back, that's Elliott. He gets the ball again, and he'll be up to about the 43-yard line, about 2 yards shy of the marker.
Under 72,
Under 5 minutes now remaining in the game. Blacksburg will be moving to 2-1 on the 2019 season, leading 38-12 over Amherst County.
It brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Bruins.
New players for Blacksburg now starting to get into the game. Parker Epperly at quarterback for Blacksburg. He is the future at that position. Snap comes back. Handoff to Elliott. And should be a horse collar tackle, I believe, but they're not going to call it. Regardless, it is a first down run up to the 46. It'll be another nest wielding first down for Blacksburg.
Great hard run right there by Luke Elliott. Looked like they had him just a little bit shy of the first down. He kept digging and was able to pull it up.
And Roethlisberger into the game at receiver. Reed Kirk into the game at receiver. Aiden Seeley, another receiver. Stanaland has got plenty of snaps tonight as well. Epperly hands it off again to Elliott. This time he is stopped for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Ball carrier once again, met by number 27.
The Bruins now, Brad, just want to do one thing. Keep moving the chains, but drain the clock. Don't get anyone hurt. Get out of here with a big victory. Start looking ahead to Stanton River next Friday night.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be a challenge, you know. I mean, that's a good football team.
They were leading, what, 17-0? Was that the score we had earlier?
They were. Let me see if I can get an update here.
Twin receivers left and right. Epperly still in at quarterback. Darius Hitman Norris in the backfield, about a yard to the right of Epperly. Norris gets the handoff, plunges ahead, moves the pile. He'll go over the midfield stripe just into Amherst County territory. 3rd and about 6.
Also in on the stop, number 22, Terrell Mickinson. Ball in Lancer territory, the 49-yard line.
Got a good one going in Northside, 22-22, Hidden Valley and Northside in the 4th quarter.
Lucas Dowdy is in the game now for Blacksburg at receiver. I mentioned Reed Kirk is in. Aiden Seeley. Epperly won't be able to get this play off before the 25-second clock evaporates, and there's the flag. 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Now we will have, I believe Blacksburg called a timeout. Let's see, the official stopped the clock, and even 2 minutes left. The officials are going to confer. No signal yet whether Blacksburg called a timeout or not. Players are not coming over to the sideline.
Looks like it's going to be a delay of game.
There's the delay of game call. We knew that was coming.
Delay of game penalty against the Bruins. Takes it back 5 yards to their own 46.
So it'll be 3rd and just inside of 10 yards.
10 yards to go.
Epperly in at quarterback. In motion is Kirk. He gets the carry. on a sweep to the far side of the field, and just before he goes down, the penalty flag flies at about the 45-yard line of Blacksburg. Suddenly the laundry is starting to come out here at the end of the game. It may well be a hold. Let's see.
It's exactly what it is.
Every now and then I can see one from up here.
You did good.
Against the Bruins.
That'll march the Bruins 10 yards back. The flag was right at the 46-yard line. It looks like that penalty is going to be declined
That penalty by the Bruins is going to be declined
by Amherst County, and they will force the punt.
8 yards to go.
So Luke Goforth will trot onto the field. He had taken that offensive series off as Parker Epperly got some snaps.
And on fourth down, out comes the punt team for the Bruins.
And once again, back deep for Amherst County, Lawrence Brown Jr. Goforth awaits the snap. The clock has been readjusted now to 2 minutes, 2 seconds. As Blacksburg needs to get another player onto the field. Zach Williams comes on. A little bit of a low snap. Goforth, though, gets it away. Another good punt by Goforth. Fair catch signaled for. This will get a Blacksburg roll. It'll be down at about the 20-yard line with 1:53 left. And guess what? Another flag on the field.
Oh, they're going to call us for formation. Come on, flags in the pocket.
And
Seriously?
Robbie Hudson, our officiating expert, says they're going to call an illegal formation. He's saying, just keep the flags in the pocket, guys. Look at the clock. Now, I thought officials, no matter how much time is left in the game, if you saw it, you called it.
Well, if it has an impact on the game, yeah. But that didn't.
True. True. No impact on the game, says our officiating expert, Robbie, and he is absolutely correct. So Blacksburg will try it again. Goforth has a discussion with the blockers up front. Now he drops back. He will get the snap at about the 28. Clean snap. A little bit of a wobbly kick this time. Headed towards the Amherst sideline, and it hits a Bruin. It's Luke Elliott at about the 30. Let's see what they mark it. They'll mark it at the 29. Minute 45 remaining. Blacksburg will win this one. The only question is, will it stay 38-12? Or will Amherst perhaps get some points on the board? I can guarantee you Chris Lucas wants it to stay right at 12.
Yeah, definitely. You want to try to keep them from scoring any more. Like we're getting some other players in there. That's what you want.
Luke Elliott's going to come out of the game. Zach Williams will go in his place. Rushing up the field quickly is Evan Hale. Blacksburg actually had 12 on the field. There comes the flag. And here goes Lawrence Brown breaking free for a touchdown run of 71 yards. Well, that will not make Chris Lucas happy. We're looking down at him right now, hands on his hips, with that disgusted kind of look.
Yeah, the flag, there is a flag down, but I think it's against us. Too many men on.
Too many men on the field. They should have blown that play dead beforehand.
Yeah.
He's running off the field.
So here's the play call from the White Hat. Well, we thought it was coming. Now he's going to talk to one of his fellow officials, and there's the signal.
I mean, that should be a touchdown if they didn't kill it.
Yeah, it looks like they're moving in that direction. So it is. It does appear to be a touchdown for the Lancers. 1:35 to go here in the fourth quarter.
That will make it 38-18. Amherst will more than likely go for 2 unless they want to give the kicker some work. And that's what they will do. So it will be a single point attempt, a PAT for Aiden Rhodes out of the hold of Tyleek Brown. Bit of a high snap. Gets past the holder. Blacksburg is going to pick it up, but you cannot advance a PAT after it has been blocked, the PAT will simply be signaled as no good. But it does give the fans a little something to cheer about momentarily.
It'll be the high and then the low. Ah.
Well, players are taught. You pick the ball up and run with it until the whistle blows. And in that particular case,
great job. Kareem Muhammad did what he was supposed to do.
2-point conversion attempt by the Lancers.
So the score remains 38-18. Blacksburg will move to 2-1 on the 2019 season. Amherst County, under their new head coach Bob Christmas, will move to 0-3. But you can tell, Brad, that strides are being made up in Amherst. This is a much better football team than what we saw last year when Blacksburg went up to Amherst.
Oh yeah, Amherst has always had great athletes. They've always, when you go play them, you know that you're going to be in a physical game. You know that you're going to play against a good bit of speed, and now you tie that in with some good experienced coaching, and it's obvious there's more kids over there on the sideline, so it's starting to build the program back.
I've got a brand new weight room. That's added some excitement to the program. Some good things are happening in Amherst County. It will likely not be long before this program is back to the lofty places it has enjoyed in recent history. Rhodes has it teed up at the 40. He'll kick it from our left to right. It's a low liner, and it's going to be picked up on one hop by Brian Mitchell at about the 15. Here goes Mitchell. He's got a seam. He's over the 35, 40, 45, 50. One man to beat. The kicker, 40, 35, 30. And the kicker brings him down at the 20-yard line. Well, it was not the kicker. It was, looks like that was Tylee Brown that made the tackle on Brian Mitchell, but a nice long return by Mitchell. Again, Brad, I'm just astonished they're kicking it this way.
If I was the head coach, whoever my special teams coach would be, I'd be finding a different one right now. I just don't know why you do that. I mean, I would just kick it on the ground somewhere. Or I'd kick it out of bounds.
Pooch kick it on the ground, something. Epperly hands it off, and there's a run down to about the 20-yard line. I could not even see who the runner was. It was
good hard run there.
It was Trey Roberts.
Actually, it's number 33, Gavin Duncan.
Gavin Duncan. I saw the 3. It's 33, not 23. So Gavin Duncan into the game. Also in is Donovan Johnson.
Yeah, they got to start getting the plays in a little bit quicker. You're getting it with about 9 seconds. That's just too close for comfort.
I think they're just trying to run the clock down.
We're going to have a stoppage of the clock. Blacksburg's going to call a timeout with 39 seconds remaining.
Well, somebody was running off the end.
So a little bit of the confusion that we saw at the beginning of the game against Lord Botetourt here towards the end of this one, although Blacksburg has it well in hand. Leading 38-18, 39 ticks of the clock remaining.
Fans, I don't know if this has ever happened, but we've got a back-to-back-to-back champion. Tonight's super fan of the game is Alice Dublin.
Well, Brad, 2-1. A lot of people looked at the schedule and thought, well, that's probably about where Blacksburg's going to be. A lot of people thought that Botetourt game would be a tough one, and it certainly was. But a lot of folks thought this might be a winnable game for Blacksburg. A lot of people thought next week would be a winnable game, but Stanton River may have other ideas.
That's a good football. You can't overlook anyone.
Nope. 3 right, 1 left, receivers wise, and here is a carry by Duncan that will be stopped. And that might be the final play of the game. The play clock is at 35, game clock at 26. And I doubt Blacksburg's going to run another play.
Yeah, it looks like that's probably going to be it. Actually, they are lining up, so let's see what happens here.
8 seconds left. Let's see if the Bruins get in position to run one more play. Now they're going to have second thoughts about it, and the Bruins are just going to let the clock run out, and it does. Blacksburg wins game number 3 of their 2019 football season convincingly at home here tonight by the final score of 38-18. We'll be back with the Main Street Pharmacy Bruins post-game show when we continue. You're listening to Bruins football on your local station, ESPN Blacksburg.